If you're waiting for a raise, a promotion, or a lucky break to become rich, stop. You're waiting for something that will never happen, and I'm about to show you exactly why. The system isn't designed for you to get rich, but there's a way around it. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to break down the psychological and structural reasons why the average person stays broke, and more importantly, what you actually need to do about it. First, understand this. Your salary has a ceiling, a hard ceiling. Even if you get promoted every 2 years, work yourself to exhaustion, and become the best in your field, there's still a limit to how much you can earn through a job. Why? Because your income is tied to your time. You have 24 hours in a day. You sleep 8, you work 8, that leaves 8 hours. Even if you maximize every minute, you're still capped by the hours in a day. Let's do the math. A doctor makes around $200,000 per year. That sounds great, right? But that's $200,000 for 2,000 hours of work per year. That's $100 per hour. Now, here's the problem. Once you hit $150,000 to $200,000, the next raise becomes harder. Why? Because there are only so many $200,000 plus positions available. But a person who built a business or invested smartly, they can make $200,000 while sleeping. This is the income ceiling, and most people never break through it because they don't understand the fundamental difference between earned income and passive income. Here's what the system teaches you. Work hard, get a degree, get a job, get a raise. Repeat. And the system is right if you want to be average, because the system is designed to keep you trading time for money forever. Think about it. Your boss doesn't want you to become rich. Why would he? If you become rich, you'll leave. So instead, he gives you just enough, a salary, benefits, maybe a 401k match to keep you comfortable but not free. You're not trapped by a chain, you're trapped by a comfortable cage. The psychological trap here is what I call lifestyle creep. You get a raise, so you upgrade your apartment. You get a bonus, so you buy a nicer car. Suddenly, you're making more money, but you have higher expenses. You're still paycheck to paycheck, just at a higher income level. Research shows that 78% of people earning $100,000 plus live paycheck to paycheck. Not because they earn too little, but because they've scaled their lifestyle to match their income. You're on a treadmill that gets faster every time you get a raise. Now, you might be thinking, okay, I'll just build a passive income stream. Great idea, but here's why most people never do it. Passive income requires present sacrifice for future gain, and your brain hates this. Let me explain. Your brain is wired for immediate gratification. It evolved in an environment where tomorrow might never come. So, instant rewards feel good, and delayed rewards feel wrong. This is why 68% of side hustles fail in the first year. 90% of businesses fail within 5 years. Most people never invest because the market is too risky. Most people quit before seeing results. When you're building a business or investing, you see no immediate reward. For months, maybe years, you're putting in effort with nothing to show for it. Meanwhile, your boss gives you a paycheck every 2 weeks. Your brain chooses the paycheck every single time. This is called temporal discounting, the psychological tendency to undervalue future rewards compared to immediate ones. One person works on their side hustle for 6 months, makes $0, feels like they're wasting time, and quits. Another person sticks with it for 2 years, and suddenly it's making $5,000 per month. The second person just crossed the income ceiling. The first person quit before the finish line. Here's where it gets interesting. Rich people understand one thing that poor people don't: compounding. Einstein called it the 8th wonder of the world, and here's why. Let's say you invest $500 per month starting at age 25. With average market returns of 10% per year, by age 65, you'll have $1.2 million. But here's the kicker. Of that $1.2 million, only $240,000 came from your actual contributions. $960,000 came from compound growth, money earning money. That's passive income on autopilot. But the problem is, you have to wait 40 years. And for the first 10 years, it barely looks like anything is happening. This is why people quit. The early years feel pointless. Most people quit right before the exponential curve kicks in. The psychological lesson here: long-term thinking beats short-term thinking every single time. But most people don't have the mental discipline to think long-term. They need instant gratification. If you can delay gratification for 5 to 10 years, you can create wealth that most people will never achieve. So, what's different about rich people? Are they smarter? Not necessarily. More disciplined? Sometimes. The real difference: they think differently about money and time. Rich people ask, how can I make this work for me while I sleep? Poor people ask, how much will this pay me per hour? Rich people ask, what's the long-term value? Poor people ask, what can I buy today? Rich people ask, how do I scale this to 10x? Poor people ask, is this job secure? These aren't income differences, they're psychological differences. Here's the breakthrough moment. You don't have to be born rich to develop rich person psychology. You can rewire your brain. This means delaying gratification on purpose, thinking in systems and leverage, not hours, viewing money as a tool to create more money, not just to spend, accepting short-term pain for long-term gain, investing in assets, not just expenses. The rich understand what's called opportunity cost. Every dollar you spend today is a dollar that can't compound for the next 40 years, so they think twice before upgrading their lifestyle. The middle class understands this intellectually but doesn't feel it emotionally, so they spend anyway. Stop trying to get rich through your job. It won't happen. Instead, use your job as a foundation while you build something on the side. Second, pick one passive income stream: a side business, digital products, stocks, real estate, or a combination. Don't try to do everything. Pick one and execute. Third, stick with it for at least 3 to 5 years. Most people quit in year 1 or 2. You need to outlast them. Fourth, reinvest your earnings. Don't upgrade your lifestyle. Let it compound. This is where the magic happens. And here's the psychological hack. Track your passive income, not just your net worth. Watch that number grow, even if slowly. When you see your passive income jump from $10 per month to $50 per month to $500 per month, something shifts in your brain. You start to believe it's possible, and belief is everything. Within 5 to 10 years, your passive income can exceed your job income. At that point, you have a choice: keep working or stop. True freedom is having that choice. The system wants you to stay on the treadmill, but you don't have to. The richest people in the world didn't get there by trading time for money. They built systems. They understood psychology. They delayed gratification when others couldn't. You have the same 24 hours as they do. The difference is what you do with it. If you want to break the income ceiling and understand the psychology of wealth, subscribe and hit the bell. I upload videos every week on money, psychology, and how to build real financial freedom. And drop a comment. What's your biggest barrier to building passive income? Is it fear? Lack of time? Not knowing where to start? Let's talk about it, because understanding your psychology is the first step to financial freedom.